much I'm going to be able to do today. At the moment, I'm feeling a bit weird. We'll go for a wander and see. Here we go. Get her to centre so she doesn't whack me in there. Feels a bit funny today. Good girl. Nice. Good girl. Come around. Around there. Good girl. Nice. Nice listening. Yeah. Trot. Trot. Oh, you did a good job there. Go for a wander over this way. And see these guys moving up. Good girl. Good girl. There's some ponies here. They can see she's doing work. Good job. Good job, my girl. And walk. And stand. Drop. Drop. Relax. Relax. Drop. Drop and relax. Ellie, relax. Being a bit tense there. Oh, it might be that. Might be a bit of an issue. Good girl, nice listening. Good job. Good job. A calming, relaxing pace. I know you look calm on the outside, but I can feel you shaking a little. And I can also feel you ignoring what I'm asking you to do. And this is not nice. What you're doing here isn't working well for us. We need to think about it. You're being a bit silly because you're lazy and you don't want to go today. It's not going to be on, because if we're out, you can't just decide you're going to go where you're going to go. Big yawn? Oh, maybe you're too relaxed. Sleep-wise. Really picks up on that cue to go forwards beautifully now. Well, today anyway she is. Take it over. And straight out through here. Nice tight turn there, beautiful. Very nice. Might increase our pace a little. I am noticing you are on a looser rein today, so that's good. I'm going to turn. turn. Okay. I'm going to keep going until you do a turn for me. Don't fight me. Oh, okay, she's carrying on really badly when I'm trying to turn to this side. So she might have a tooth issue. I don't know. Or it could just be that she just doesn't want to go there. Because is she going to carry on now when I'm turning her this way now? Let's see. I'll figure it out very quickly. Is she having an issue now? No, she's not having an issue now. So it's got... We might go back into the round yard and figure out what's going on with her teeth. She's acting as if she's having a bit of a problem with me using the bit. I don't... Yeah, she's carrying on one side. But I thought it might have been a tooth, but then when I got over there, she was fine to turn that way. When she was in a position that was going to make her go home, she was fine to turn that way, you know what I mean? So it's playing up, it's behavioural. But you've got to be so careful, because when they're young like this, they're getting teeth. You can't just dismiss and automatically think it's behavioural. You've got to rule it out. There's clever ways to do that. And one of those ways is to... See now, this is where she plays up, right here, because she doesn't want to go this direction. So we're going to stand for a second. Let her have a think about this. Facing away from where her release is, where she thinks she's going to get her release. She's not getting a release over there today, I can tell you that now. That'll be the last place she's going to get it. She'll be getting it somewhere down here. I can tell you now, she's never been hard-mouthed. I've never yanked on her mouth ever. Like some people, when they're breaking them in, they yank their mouths really, really hard. They think that it's the best way to do it, but I try to do it as gently as possible. But when she fights the bit, and you have to correct, you do have to put more firmer pressure. But there's other ways to also increase your chances with getting them to respond, and that is to use your leg aid as well as your reining, neck reining. Good girl. And see how here she's going to play up for me. She says, I'm not going to do what you want. So I'm going to spin her as if this is going to be the hard work now. The way she wants to go is going to be the hard work. And we'll see how long she wants to play that game for. This is going to be the hard work. Right, now let's see how she goes when we turn her in the direction she was playing up in. I bet you any money I'm going to have a bit of a... Oh, no, I'm having a worse response there. What we don't want to do is get into a fight where the bit becomes her worst freaking out nightmare that she hates. So she seems to be against going in that direction. Oh, don't do that. Just went straight to go straight ahead because I didn't steer her. She was just going to go straight up that step. Right, I'm going to go back in the round yard and then close it up. I won't be taking her anywhere until she gets this under control. Now look, this direction, she's right with there. As soon as yeah, this is all behavioural. So how she's come up with this behaviour today, I don't know. Why she's decided that that's what she's going to do. But we're going to correct it, and she's not going anywhere until we do. Good. We're just going to relax it. You get that hind end. Yeah, there we go. Nice and soft. Soft in that end. Soft in that collar end. I'm being very gentle here. Trying not to yank her. But she's really given me a hard time with it. She's not wanting to play to the bit. I think I've done it a little bit. Not enough work on the bit right now, as I have been on just doing other things, concentrating on other things. That I really need the bit to be the one that she could even be a little bit sore somewhere. I'm going to hop down for a second because she did listen. feels a little, it's not tight. If anything, it may be a little loose. Just wondering if she may have eaten something and gotten a sore tongue or something. So I might swap her over for the Bittless bridle now. So I'm going to try the Bittless bridle, give her the opportunity to show me if there is an issue with her mouth or not. If she carries on the same with the Bittless bridle on, then I will know if it fully is behavioural. I'm not willing to risk it and just correct behaviour without being absolutely certain that it isn't a different cause. I'll just borrow Zara's one. Might actually buy her one for herself as well. It's not a bit, it's bitless. You can't complain about the bit. There's no bit there. Okay? No bit. No bit. Which means there's no problems. Alright. Come on then. Oh, she's getting ready. She's trying to do it early because she thinks if she does it, it'll all be over with quicker. Which it actually, will be if she's cooperating nicely. Now let's see how she goes with the turns. Now when we face that direction and we try to turn this way, are we having an issue? No, we're not. So she may have a sore tooth. Might be something in the teeth. Or it could be the pressure. No, she's doing the same thing. So this is why you've got to test for a while. This is Defiance 101. She's actually more defiant without the bit than she is with the bit. So what I'm going to do is start to ride her a bit more with this Bittless bridle, because when she carries on like this, I know I can still apply this pressure. See how tight I'm having to apply this pressure? This pressure is very tight. Once she gives to me, I'll release it, but I'm not going to release it until she gives. So we're going to stay like this until she gives. She needs to give. She doesn't realise what I'm asking. There we go. She gave. We release it. Let's go. We're going to do this side and see how quickly she picks up for this. Come on. It's been silly. She's not going to give, so I'm just going to hold it until she gives. It's a big lesson. As soon as she gives. Because if I can't get her to give, well, if I cannot get her to give, and she's worse at giving now than she is when she's got a bit in. So the bit does work on her. Look at this, she doesn't want to give. She wants to be stubborn. There we go. She gave. Right, let us stop and think about that for a second. When she licks and chews, then we'll think about something else. We'll test that again. Now I want her to think about what I've just asked from her. Generally, when I get on her and do those flexes, she's fine. So she's playing up, and it could just be simply, and I do think it is simply because she just doesn't want to do any work right now. It's for her, it's midday nearly, coming up, lazy part of the day, time of day when they're tired and sleepy. And you can see she's licking and chewing there, so she's had a bit of a think, she's relaxed herself, and we're going to ask her to move on. And we're going to turn her again in the direction I'm asking. And I'm asking her now to wall, and I'm asking her to, I'm going to lift my leg back, and there we go. We got that give a lot quicker that time. I'm going to keep doing it on this side, and wall. I'm going to ask her, give me a flex. Beautiful, straight away. So you don't have to fight them for long. If you persist and you are strong in your upper strength, body strength, you need some muscles on your arms, and believe me, this will give you a muscle or two. But I'm now retraining her with this different approach, which is she has to really listen to me, because that piece of metal in her mouth, when a bit pushes, the pressure is a lot quicker to hit the brain. than it is if you are on something like a bitless bridle. So when you go from a bit, which is a bit of a better control, when you go from a bit to a bitless and remove that extra pressure, you then have to rework your horse. You can't expect the horse to automatically get it. Some horses will. Zara's like that, she automatically gets it. But a horse like Ellie that's young and inexperienced needs you to be patient. And we're going to see how she reacts when I'm in a trot. And she doesn't want to do a trot. She's being... So, what do you do when a horse doesn't want to go? Well, some people get our whip out and use a whip. I tend to turn the back hind leg, and usually within a minute or so of being harassed like that with their hind leg, being asked to manoeuvre themselves and move their back legs round, they'll more than freely want to go forward. And they'll want to go forward nicely for you. And she's just given up that trot then because she thought she was going to get out the gate. And you can see the strength I'm having to use to get her to give me her head. She's bearing her head this way, which is the way she didn't want to go a minute ago. And I'm having to really struggle to get her to turn. So I'm going to have to increase the pressure here and get a little bit more strict now. So now we're going to do more turns and bends. I'm going to keep on her, and I've actually literally got a one rein stop happening here till she flexes and stands. She's fighting this. Whoa. She thinks she's in a halter and she can just boss me about. Part of that's my fault because I haven't trained her much with halter. I've done most of my work riding. I did do a lot of halter work initially in the beginning, but you've got to keep it up. So she's going to back up for that. See, she's thinking that command is back up. So now I've got to correct that because we need two for her to back. We don't want her backing just one direction. If you go to pull on one direction, she's going to back on one direction. You've got to have your steady hands backing her with that back and wool. Now I'm going to ask for a flexion again. Flex. I'm going to lift my foot. She knows flex. Lift my foot. She knows to flex. Now she had no problem doing that flex. So what's the issue with this? The issue with around here is there's the gate and there's out there. I don't want to be in here, is what she's saying to me. And I'm saying, well, you don't want to, but we're going to work for a little bit, just for a little bit. Also, she may have enjoyed the saddle she had on yesterday and prefer that to this. Sometimes when you try something new with a horse, they prefer the new one. But I do remember when we had her at the breakers, they had a difficult time getting her to move at all. So when she's stubborn, she's stubborn. She's very stubborn. Yep. I had to give her a little slap there. Just a little one. But this is ridiculous. Yeah, this is all defiance behaviour. And I'm not going to tolerate it. We're going to get her to give. Whoa. We're going to get her to give, or she keeps on doing her hind circle. Give. 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 Good. Now, just relax. I want her to stand and think about that. Think about that. We're going to learn quietly, calmly. Okay, just relax. I just want her to think about what's just occurred. She's fighting me because she's not feeling as much pressure from this as she does from the one with the bit. So she thinks she can put it over. Also, the other thing I'm noticing too is that we're a little uneven on top. So we're going to go up and fix that so we're more even. Release this one down to 2. So we're literally evening it up so all the pressure is completely even. Some horses are very sensitive, and if you haven't got extremely even pressure, they will notice and they will be carrying on. Move it forward. I'm going to do the neck reining. A little bit of a slap there, so she listens. We want her to walk nicely straight past this gate. Straight past, without problems. That's better. We've had a bit of a think about some things. We've realised this is what we should be doing. Busy thinking about it. She's thinking about everything but what she's not focused on me. So whenever she's not focused on me, then I'm not in a safe zone either. Neither of us are safe. She's not safe because she's not listening. She could end up going over a cliff. If I point her in the wrong direction and fall asleep while I'm on her, she'll go straight over a cliff. Or run head first into a tree. She's the sort of horse, she'll only go where you point. Unless you are in an area where it's quite open and then you give her the reins. I'm going to give her the reins now. I'm just going to let her make the decisions. I'm just going to let her decide where she's going. And what I can see there is she's trying to decide where to go. She's going to stop right there. Didn't ask her to park, but she's parking. I'll just, oh, there's the big exhale. She says, oh, I get it. Good girl. We'll do some desensitisation work again. Just relax her. She enjoys this bit of a neck rub. It's the perfect, the boots are great for the neck rubbing. Perfect angle, really comfortable for her. She enjoys, you can watch her eyes, as soon as the boot hits there, she's got this really quiet, relaxed face. Oh, that was nice. Yeah. They like a bit of roughness. You give them some roughness around the neck because their mums have rough behaviour with them. So when they're with their mother, don't you get in the camera way? Yeah, baby. Their mother will give them a good bite on the neck. And when you see them groom each other, that's where they groom. They go up and down each other's necks. Look at that. She's just relaxing completely there. She's really liking that shoulder being relieved. There we go. That's really nice. And it's a good desensitisation. It's good for stretching the rider. It's good for trust and bond. Gives you the ability to feel safe around your horse. And sit like a side saddle would. Oh, she's even licking and chewing there, so she's really relaxed right now. That's super relaxed. While she's super relaxed, I'm going to go to the back. We'll see how she likes that. Good girl. And she feels a bit worried by that, so she's letting me know. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's okay. You're all right. Just relax. I'll do this side now. Oh, there we go. That's a relaxation. Yeah, that's a relaxation. It sure is. Oh, there we go. Get your bum rubbed from there. Much easier for me to rub it, isn't it? Good girl. I'll try 2 feet. Oh, that's different. Oh. Oh. Hired myself out as a horse massager. I just want her to listen now. Move where I'm asking. She's listening to my cues nicely now. She's much more willing to turn without any big drama. Let's see if she's willing to turn in this direction. And she's a little bit tighter there, but definitely more willing. Might have a bit of gas in her belly. Good girl. She's very lazy. She really doesn't want to walk around or work at this. And the other thing that is going on with her, and I can tell by her tail, holding her tail slightly to the side, which means she's still got a bit of the hormonal craziness that happens with estrus happening. What's that? Huh? What am I doing? Say, go Geronimo. Go Geronimo. Oh. Ah. Oh, it's very funny, isn't it? Now that's rubbing a little there, which isn't very fun. And she's probably going to be a little sore across the brow because this is a thicker, this is a different feeling to the other bridle. She responds nicely to that pressure. Lovely. Oh, that's good. But today I think we're just going to leave it at that. We've ascertained that the issues that she's having right now are behavioural, probably because she's in estrus that she's carrying on. And the last couple of days she hasn't had to do an awfully big lot of work. Let's get that saddle undone before she decides to roll. Okay. But the thing is, you've got to go back to the very basics when you have an issue like this, where they don't want to turn, they want to be playing up, being silly. Go back and you slow it all down and you start again. You get firm but kind. And when you're firm but kind, you'll always win. It might take a little while. If you're patient enough, she's going to probably have a bit of a go. She wants out of here. And I'm going to pop her back in her paddock today because she's been grazing all morning. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you don't miss a single video. Nice and slow. Good girl.